Alright, we got a 2008 F-150. It is the 4.6 liter V8, and we're going to be doing the radiator. You can see here, you got fluid coming all out of it. It's a little crack, and it's dripping all the way down. So we got a clutch fan here as well we're going to have to take off, so we'll be getting into all that as well. But first thing you want to do, if you don't want to make a mess, is to drain the radiator. There's going to be a petcock under that you can twist and turn off. I'm not going to do that. I like making messes, and I have a machine to get the coolant out since we're at the shop today. But I recommend doing that first. If not, what you can do is pull this radiator hose off, which I'm going to be doing, and hold it up in the air like so. You'll see in a second. Alright, first thing you want to do is get an 8mm, remove this hose clamp here, and then we can take out this one here, and this PCV hose can flick up and out. I'm going to take this big guy off. There we go. You might not have this, but this is just a little holder for the upper radiator hose. Next, just get your 8mm and pull this hose clamp off. We'll take this radiator hose out. Let it hang just like that. Next, we gotta do is take this clutch fan out. It is a 47mm. The guys that don't have air and are, trying to figure this shit out with a wrench or a adjustable or something, you could do it. What I would do is probably buy a kit online, a clutch fan like Ford kit. It's probably like 15 bucks or 20 bucks. There's two wrenches, one that holds the water pump bolts, and then one that actually holds that nut. Alright, we got this out. There we go. So with this hanging out, we'll take out the 8mm bolts to take out this fan shroud, and then it'll all come as one piece here. Alright, now the rest is a cakewalk. You just got a little breather hose here you can toss out, and then you got two bolts here, mounting bolts, and then you have your looks like you got your two tranny cooler lines here, and you're out, and then you got your lower hose, and that's pretty much it here. I'll do a time lapse and disconnecting it, and then we'll pull it out right now. Now to pull these transmission cooler lines off, it's gonna be a bitch. They're kind of flared on the outside, and in order to get to it, you have to get a tool like this, but it's flared. I'll leave a link in the description of the tool you need. You can look online and find how people made some people cut off a water bottle and used the plastic and jammed it in there and it released it. Some people used like a really skinny pig. And multiple picks and pull it out, but something like this is the best way to do it. here. And it's dripping down the entire time. Look at that bullshit. Alright, once we get our new radiator, make sure we still have these guys here. Our little support bushings. Kind of clean some of the stuff up if you want. And then, yeah, we'll fit it in right now. Before starting the car as well, if you happen to have a pressure tester, you should definitely test it before to make sure that there are no leaks. Make sure it stays around. You hold it at 15 pounds and then just try to leave it, make sure it stays there. If it falls right down, then you'll know that it's not holding pressure because you have a leak somewhere. I would let this chill for 10 minutes, go take a break, clean up, and then come back and make sure it's give or take right around 15. Alright, now that we have everything back on, make sure all your hoses are tight, and then after that go ahead and fill it up with some coolant, and then we'll run it and then turn the heater on high. If you have a scan tool, you can kind of watch your coolant temp as well, do a couple things like that, so that's what we'll start doing now. Lastly, look at whatever transmission fluid the truck takes, and just put about half a quart in. As much liquid normally holds half to a quart, and then you can let it run for a little bit, and then check the fluid again, see, and add if necessary, but I'm gonna put about a half. After that, let it run for a while with the heater on, make sure the top hose is getting hot, check the basics, and then you should be good from there. So, alright.